Huh. I didn't follow her, I guess. What up? Good morning. Hunter, what up, man? Good morning. I'm just eating my oatmeal here. It's been a couple of weeks of work. Got a couple days off. I'm taking my daughter to that concert there tonight. Pierce the Veil in Montreal. So I got a couple days off. Worked, so there was White Tupac, what up? Yeah, I booked these 2 days off when I got hired. So I'm gonna eat my oatmeal here first. So I got today off. I'm heading to Montreal today. Oh. Let's do a quick little stream here, buzz. Catch you guys up on what's going on. Eat my oatmeal. So, yeah, so last time I streamed was the concert. A little bit of a shit show there, but anyway. I haven't streamed since then, so. I worked. My last Monday was a holiday, so I didn't work that day. But went out to our location. Drove there. It was pretty far. Drove there on Tuesday. Started work the next day. Rain caught up with us, so we couldn't finish full day. Poured the next day. So that's Wednesday and Thursday. We got some hours in on Wednesday, but Thursday was rained out. Are you getting it downstairs? Nice. Then, wait, did it rain Friday too? I have to check my hours. Oh, Wednesday, Thursday. I work Wednesday, and then it rained us out 2 days after. So Thursday and Friday were like rained out. And when I worked Saturday and Sunday. And I worked yesterday. So we had to like catch up. So we put in long days of work. It was alright though. Basically the same thing I was doing last year. These jobs that we're doing, these spray jobs that we're doing, basically the same thing. Ride around in a truck, spray stuff. Either the equipment that's on the truck or get out and hand spray it. Same thing. But I've been told these are like the easy jobs. So I've been sleeping okay, so I'm not that tired. It's not that, like, so far it hasn't been that physically demanding, but long hours. Like yesterday was like 13 and a half hours. Day before was like 14 and a half. I think the day before that was 14 and a half. Can I easily check this on my phone here? Hold on. Oh, I'm back. Yeah. Avid. What up? Oh, my camera's frozen now? What the hell?
I bet it's Mark, man. Who else is coming up?
There we go. So yeah, so we drove up there Tuesday. We worked on Wednesday, but we got rained out early. Thursday and Friday it was raining like crazy, so we didn't work. But we stayed in the hotel. It was a hotel the whole time. So that Saturday and Sunday were like 14-hour days. And then yesterday I worked over 13 hours. So like 40 hours in the last 3 days.
It wasn't for those cans you've been bringing. I'd probably be starving. I did order a pizza last night when you weren't here. Hey?
I was able to get some cheap smokes.
Why? I do different things. They sometimes I leave with tomato sauce. That's good too.
What?
Sometimes I just mix them and add fucking spices, whatever I can find. But I'm running out of spices.
$13 for a carton of those.
Hey?
Fuck yeah. Can't complain about that. And also where we went, there was cheap weed. So like a dollar a gram, $2 a gram. It's not really that good. It's not really that good. You get what you pay for, you know, but nice to have that option when you're hurting. I'll show you some.
Well, I asked you to work like butter, you can tell right off the hop fucking chain. Adjust, yeah.
I don't got much left, but
Yeah,
just a little small. Have I moved out? No, I'm in the same spot.
They'll have a problem doing it.
This is $2 a gram green wheat, green crack. Small buds, you can't focus on it.
Yeah, well, it depends on the life they had too.
Fuck.
Something tells me your mom didn't grow up the nice, had the greatest life growing up. From Germany here? Well, back in the 80s, back in the 70s and 60s there,
$2 a gram
still building
for that.
fucking Germany, you know what I mean?
This one's Chem Dog. This one knocks me out. I got a little bit more left of that.
Yeah.
Just small buds, you know.
So she must have seen some of the war then. Holy fuck!
Whatever.
Can you imagine going through that?
Definitely,
Fuck. Poor thing.
definitely
Well,
mids.
the flames are fucking down.
At least.
Making it out, you know?
No, I've been out on the road though the last week or so.
Still drinks that? Oh, they were really, really propaganda.
Hotels. I was in a hotel from
So
Tuesday,
she doesn't think anything wrong
from
with
Tuesday till Sunday. And then yesterday I was up. I was on the road at 5:30 a.m. yesterday.
What? She thinks probably like CPP and all that shit. When you work
But I booked today off and tomorrow off when I got hired because I had plans to take my daughter to a concert. So we're going to Montreal today. I booked. I'm taking her and her friend. I booked Airbnb condo. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna sleep on the couch, but there's a bedroom for each of them, and there's two bathrooms in it as well. I'm probably gonna like bring a little bit of breakfast food with me, just to like cook a breakfast in the morning. I haven't done that in a while, so I could get it there, but we're gonna be a little tight. I don't know. I guess I could just wake up in the morning and get it, but. So yeah, we're going to see Pierce the Veil tonight, and there's like 2 opening bands. So I paid for the Airbnb, I paid for the tickets, the train tickets for all 3 of us. So that's like $215 right there. Return tickets, and then I gotta pay like $35 for metro passes, subway passes, so we can get around without having to fucking pay cab maxed out. Growing any new weed plants? No, not this year. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like working for this company, but last year, if I would have tried to grow weed plants, I would have never been home. You know, like there's like, not that you really need to be, you know, but you want to take a little bit of care on them, right? So I'd rather be the one watering them every day or whatever, you know, but if they need it. But yeah, I can't I can't take any care. proper care. But I did buy $2 a gram weed, and I bought, because I was, it's like $40 for a quarter. This is Chem Dog right here. It's Chem Dog. And I got some green crack. That was $2 a gram, and I got some $1 a gram weed too, just to try it. It was like blazeberry or some kind of fucking shit. CBD. What up? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of work this summer, guys. Probably, like, I don't know. I don't really know exactly what. It's a little bit different than last year because I'm not on the rail. Okay, last year, 90% of it, except for the last 2 weeks or last month maybe, I was on the, or no, I was still on the rails, but I wasn't spraying herbicides on the rails for the last month last year. I was doing fire protection, but there's trips where I'll be on the road for weeks, so gotta get the hours in the summer, get them in. It's all right. Higher hourly pay rate than last year, but no per diem, so it works out about the same. Yeah, so it's good. Wasn't physically hard work this week, but like in Ontario, I'm not allowed to fill the tanks. I was allowed to fill the tanks in Quebec, based on the rules, but in Ontario, I'm not even allowed to. So all I basically am is like, tell me where to spray and tell me how to spray it, and I do it. That's it. Thank you. That's good. No, today's gonna be a fun day. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go party with my daughter at a concert, basically, and her friend. Not party, but like, make it a good time for them, whatever. I'm not sure if I should be like, yo, I've been to so many concerts, I know what's going on, or just like, just chill, sit back, just supervise. Whatever. Probably a little mixture of both. But yeah, we gotta like check in the check in the Airbnb, and then get out. Like hopefully they're ready when we catch the train. I hope. Girls like get ready and all that. Whatever. I don't know. They've been instructed. They've been instructed to get ready before that. When I picked them up in the cab, it's go time. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to get smoked meat though. Maybe. Depends what time the concert ends. I mean, I could go in the morning, but it's like, fuck that. It's a long way out of the way. There's lots of food. But if I can sneak in a smoked meat sandwich at some point, fuck yeah. My daughter likes to smoke meat. I don't know about this other girl. All right. Well, I'm not going to stream too long there, guys. I just wanted to, like, say what's up. Work's going good. That's what I'm going to be doing this summer, is working. I don't really feel like doing much after a day of work, Play some Tetris, throw on a movie, something, whatever. Sharing hotel rooms this year. My supervisor is not a female. So, well, they're not really my supervisor. They're my teammate. But you can't put a guy and a girl in the same room. And that's how it was for the first 2 months last year, and then I got different foremen or whatever. But it's all right. I'll take my vitamins for these hours. I'll take my protein shake too. Here, fuck. Might as well get some nutrition. We'll take our men's gummies here. Vitamins gotta stay healthy, guys. 2 a day. Keeps the doctor away. All right. Protein shake time. It's almost empty. Oh. So there's the protein shake we're using. Vega, plant-based protein. Protein and super greens, bad. Get a little scoop out of here. Breakfast of Champions, man. This is my last scoop. Should I save it for tomorrow for work? Oh, I don't even work tomorrow, never mind. Oh, I just spilled some on my computer. Shit. Get out of there. Whoops. Whoops. It's got like a chocolatey flavor. Sorry. Whoa. Oh no. I got a fucking protein shake on my fucking keyboard and shit. Whatever. Okay. Wipe it off after. A little shaky shake there, you know? Protein shake. Gotta shake it. Jojo Dog Man, what up? Good morning, good morning. Just giving you guys a little update. I've been working hard. Since the last stream I was at, so Saturday, it was a Saturday night for the show. Then well, I didn't work Sunday. I didn't work Monday because it was a holiday. We drove to the location. It's a few hours away. Checked in the hotel. We worked Wednesday, but we got cut short. I don't know, around after like 8 hours, we got cut short because the rain. And then it rained full blown on all day, Thursday and Friday. So I still stayed in the hotel, 2 days in the hotel there. And then Saturday, we worked like 13 hours, 14 hours, something like that. Sunday, 13, 14 hours. Yesterday, Sunday we came home. Finished the job up, came home, and drove home. And then yesterday I worked like 13 and a half hours. But I got today and tomorrow off. So that's good. Pay is good. We're good. Everything's good. Just taking the first few of my paychecks so I catch up on my rent, and like I had to pay for this trip. I'm going to Montreal. Going to Montreal today with my daughter to go see a concert. My daughter and her friend. Going to see Pierce the Veil. All right. And then this Friday I catch up on May rent, and then my paycheck after that I gotta pay June rent. So I got a couple other bills to pay off too that I've been falling behind on, but we're good. So now guys, it's really like 40 hours a week in the summer when that's all you work. 40 hours a week ain't enough, bro. Okay, I'm just saying. I need like 60 a week. At least. That's what I want. I want 60 hours a week. But I can do 80. I've done it. 80 hours a week is great. That's good money. All depends what you're doing, obviously. Like if I'm sitting in a truck for 80 hours a week, that's not bad at all. You know? If I'm out spraying a field for 80 hours a week, that gets a little tiring. Time and a half. I guess like they got they got like a payment thing there. It works. I got a way to do it. Everything's good. It's kind of fun, honestly. Spraying stuff. It's kind of fun. Like, I think there's other jobs to do with this company too, but it's mostly spraying. So, you know, the way we did it last year, is we only had one hose and handgun hooked up to the tank on each truck. These trucks have two, so each person can spray their own areas, which is good. But the hose does get heavy after a while. So last year, like, there was one person spraying and one person moving the hose, pulling the hose. This year it looks like I'm gonna be spraying and pulling my own hose. I mean, like, we'll see how it goes. I was trained pretty strictly on how to pull hose last year. I was talking about it last year. I can do it. It's good. You really want to manage where your hose goes and shit like that, you know? Anyway, whatever. But I'm all about the hours. I've told him I'm willing to work weekends. I'm willing to do whatever, you know? So. Certified hose puller, yeah. Part of the job. So what do I gotta do today? Today I gotta I'm gonna bring some breakfast groceries with me to the Airbnb, because like, going out for breakfast for 3 people is gonna be like $60 at least. Okay, so I'm just and B, I haven't cooked a breakfast in a long time, so I kind of want it. Might as well take advantage of the Airbnb having a full kitchen and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so I'll go pick up like some bacon, eggs, fruit, bread. I could do my frittata, but which has like cream cheese and tomatoes in it and spices. I could do that, or I could just do bacon and eggs, regular bacon and eggs. Anyway, then I gotta pick the girls up around 3. Go catch the train. Get to Montreal. Check into the Airbnb. Maybe they'll need to like do their makeup or something. I don't know what girls do. Like, fuck. So, give them a little time, and then we gotta get to the show. We gotta get to the show for like 7. I thought the show started at 7, or I thought the doors open at 7, but I found out the doors open at 6. So we'll probably be there like 6:30 or something. Metro goes right to the venue. No, I'm taking the train. So yeah, so far for this trip I've paid, so far, it was like $150 for the Airbnb. It was fucking $215 for the train tickets for 3 people. And I gotta buy Metro tickets. Like subway tickets. So that's $11 each. So that's $33. I don't think there's tax on that. So it's $33. Maybe there is tax on it, so that's like $40. And then I'm gonna be paying for meals, obviously, and I'll probably buy my daughter like some merch, like a t-shirt or something like that. It's probably gonna be like $65. Probably gonna be $65 for a t-shirt. So it's like a $500 weekend, I guess. More than that, probably. Or not weekend. This is my weekend. I've been working for the last 4 days. Right. 3 days. Monday, Sunday, and Saturday I put in like over 13 hours a day. So there's a couple 14-hour days there. Yesterday was like 13 and a half. So at $23 an hour, what am I making like on a day like that? Not counting overtime or anything. Like I didn't actually put in overtime last week. We were like catching up on days we missed. Catching up on days we missed. So 23 times 13. What's that? I could do it in my head, but I won't. So so a 13-hour day is $300, $299. That's all right. Minus tax, 20%. So I end up with like I end up clearing like $240 a day. It seems like the company will will keep us working, you know, in the good weather. Like if you can pull out a full day of all daylight, you know what I mean? There's been a lot of travel time and stuff too, though. Like we went pretty far. All right, I guess I'll smoke a joint. I think this. Here, I'll finish off this this green crack. $2 gram weed at the store. Yeah, we we had the convenience of being near somewhere that we could buy some cheap smokes and cheap weed, so that was all right. Like basically a carton of smokes and like 3 grams of weed or 4 grams of weed for like $20 total, you know? Yeah, that was bonus. There's places you can stop on the highway, you know? Or just off the highway. Cheaper than around here. I got my cartons for like 20 around here, like a bag of smokes. And these were like a carton of these for $1,300. It's not $1,300, for 13 a carton. Sorry. The roommate gave me some shatter. Maybe I'll put that in this joint. Start the day off right there, bud. You know. I mean, it's $2. It's $2 gram weed. It's not that good. Maybe I'll save my shatter. I said $60 eighth? No. 60. I said $65 t-shirt earlier. No. There are expensive weeds at the store too, but no, it was $13 and $6 for 3 or 4 grams. It's $2 a gram. So I ended up paying $20. Well, I bought 4 grams and a carton for $23. You know what I mean? And I smoke like not that much. It is $2 gram weed though, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's harsh. But it's not complete shit. For someone who doesn't smoke that much, you know, it's alright. $25-$30 for the premium stuff for an eighth. Nice. Yeah, we have that too in the stores, and like that's usually where I go. Is I usually go to the weed store, the government stores, basically. But this place was incredible. Like, it was the best weed store I ever seen. So like you walk in and like on one side is all, because like in the legal government stores, they're not allowed to have the weed out. You can't see the weed that you're buying before you buy it. Okay, that sucks. They have to keep it, whatever. Maybe if they have it enclosed, you can, but you can't like smell it. You can't like touch it or anything. Like you can't like look at it. But this place had like jars and jars of weed on one side, on one wall, and that was like the cheap side, and then like the premium side was on the other side. So you could get an ounce. You could get an ounce of the 2 gram weed. Sorry, $2 a gram weed for $40. It was like 28 or they wrote 30 for the dollar a gram weed, but that doesn't make sense. They probably give you 30 grams, I would imagine. But it's not that good. It's not bad though. I'm only bragging about the price. Yeah, at the stores they show yeah, you can go online, you can check out what it looks like. Yeah, sure. Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes they just show the bag, the packaging. But this store, you could like actually smell the fucking shit. They take it out in front of you in like tongs, and they like take the weed out, give it to you, weigh it out in front of you. Basically how like weed dealing used to be. So it's a little more professional. Apparently they don't need to follow the laws there. It's like a reserve. It was on a reserve. I just was in the market for some cheap smoke, you know? So. Well, I'm catching up on my bills, you know? I had this like concert with my daughter booked for like 3 months at least. Not booked, not paid for, but like planned to go to. So but yeah, my work, we got paid weekly, which is great too. So you're never like out of money for that long, for too long. And would you have guessed it? You can actually survive on like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, peanut butter and jam sandwiches. My biggest expense this last week, aside from the very cheap cigarettes and weed that I got, my biggest expense was coffee. Tim Hortons. Make like 3 stops in a day. In a 13-hour shift, make like 3 stops. And so it's like $2.15 for a large double. So I get like 3 of them. $6 a day. That's too much. I gotta bring hot water with me in my thermos. And then like instant coffee packs. And I can get my coffee. Way cheaper. But I do $6 a week doing it that way. Oh yeah. But yeah, like this summer I won't be streaming that much, just like last summer. Stream like I stream like here and there. Maybe on the weekend. But like I don't have the hotel room to myself this year, so I'm not streaming in the hotel room with somebody else in there. I'm not doing that. It's privacy time. And after like a 13-hour day of work, I don't really feel like doing much at all. Sleeping, getting ready for the next day, eating, sleeping. It's pretty much. I'll shoot a little bit of Tetris or whatever, but yeah, no. It's the mindset. Just do what I'm told, do it to the best of my abilities. If I don't know how to do it, ask, and fucking, you know what I mean? Learn on the job, But what I did this week, I've done, like, it was very, very similar to what I did last year. I was doing a lot of navigating, to tell you the truth. So, like, we basically get, like, a map with, like, all the things we need to spray. And, so we gotta, like, and, like, the spray equipment's on the truck. But there is certain spots where we gotta get out and we gotta get in hand spray. With a hose from the truck. So basically the driver is driving up to the spot and hitting a switch, and then we spray where we need to spray, and turns it off. But I was navigating to the spots. Sometimes you gotta do both sides of a road or whatever, so you gotta kind of like figure a route to be most efficient. I'm pretty good at that. Because you don't want to be driving down the road, spray what you need to spray, turn around, spray what you need to spray, and then turn around again. You don't want to do that. So you like figure out a route where there's other ones that are on your same side of the road, and you fucking go and do them, and then you do one turn and come back and do all the ones on the other side. But you don't want to be like, you don't want to have too much distance. Mr. Black, good morning. You don't want to be too much difference between the spots, so you just gotta make judgment calls and just get everything. That's ultimately it. But it's fucking annoying to have to like turn around all the time. But yeah, there's I should be busy this whole summer. You know what I mean? Today's the only 2 days I booked off, and then I'm going to get my license, my license, so I can drive alone in like the end of August. So I think I'll have to take a day off for that, or at least half a day. And then I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at that point if they give me a truck to take home. I would not be surprised. So I've worked with a few different people. That's one thing too about this place. It's just a second. So just texting here. Oh, just a sec. Just a sec, guys. Holy cow. Sorry about that, guys. Getting contacted left and right here. There we go. Okay, we're back. Just making some arrangements there and shit. All right, so yeah, so works pretty good, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit experienced from last year. Even though I'm working for a different company, like last year taught me shit about this industry that I had no knowledge of really prior to last year. So I'm not like he doesn't have to like show me how to turn on a pump, or like I know the process for like filling up the like the equipment that we use to fill up the tank. We gotta take water from like a lake or a river or something like that. You know what I mean? So I know how to do all that. I know like the basics of how the spray equipment works. So it's not just teaching me, you know what I mean? And like I understand, like, you know, like you gotta pull out fucking like sprayers, like, you know, set them up and shit. Like I know how to do all that. Just show me once. I know what's going on. Just show me how you do it. That's the difference. Is that not everybody does things the same way. So I just, you know, my process basically is to watch Buddy do it first. And like I expanded my skill set already this year. You know, I mean, I did residential lawns a little bit. That was the first week. So I've completed 2 weeks, full weeks now. I only had three days the first week, but whatever. There's still like 10-hour days. Or was it 2 days? No, it was 3 days. Anyway, it works. It's good. But, yeah. But this is just one type of job that I'm doing right now within the realm of different types of spray jobs and for different types of customers and different needs. Like, I would not be surprised if I spray spiders this year. I am authorized to spray spiders and other pests. I am a pesticide technician. I don't decide what to spray. I don't make any decisions like that. They set the chemical up for me. They do everything. I don't mix anything. They just fucking tell me what to spray and with what type of equipment. You know, we could be spraying from a truck, and then I'll be more valuable to the company once I can drive by myself, because then, you know, I mean, I can drive to a job and just do it myself. It depends how it is. Some jobs require 2 people, you know, like, so. But I'll be more able to do solo jobs. But yeah, the different equipment, you know, we might be spraying from the truck. We might be spraying while driving the truck and like slowing down and like spraying things, or we might be like parking the truck and then using the hose from the truck, but using the same tank, obviously. And then there might also be situations where I'm spraying from a backpack. So it's an area that the hose from the truck can't access. Basically would be those types of situations. You know, rough terrain, perhaps. But, you know, you can still use, like, it's just really far distances. Like, last year we in one client's place, it was like a big-ass property, big-ass industrial thing, and there was just locations within the building, basically, that had sunshine and a lawn or grass or just ground or whatever, and there's just weeds growing. So we'd have to go in there with our backpacks and fucking, or maybe like a field that's not accessible by any roads, and it's fenced in too, you know. Usually we could pop the hose over a fence, though. I'm just saying, like, backpack is like last resort. Our hoses go like 150 feet apparently, so that's enough. But I can handle 150, pulling 150 feet of hose. I've done it. I've pulled hose on a fucking 300-foot hose, and that's a little bit harder. The more hose, the harder the hose pulling gets. A, it's heavier. B, there's just more hose to manage and coil, and you know what I mean, you make one little like, it's not a mistake, but you know, you can make it like like, you know, you want to make it easy to lift afterwards, like, or easy to pull. Anyway, whatever. It's too early for hose jokes, Oliver Jabroni. What up? Yeah, no, I got 2 days off, so I'm taking my daughter to a concert tonight with her friend, so I have that all booked and paid for, and then tomorrow we're coming back, so I took that day off as well, and then I'm back to work Thursday, and like, I think there's supposed to be rain this week too, so maybe I won't even work Thursday, or I don't know. That's one thing with this industry is you don't exactly, you know, like the rain can mess up a day's work and then put scheduling behind and shit. So you're really at the mercy of the weather. But it is summer, so most days are hot. What concert? Pierce the Veil, Montreal. Salamander, what up? They're known as beer clouds? What's that? But yeah, truthfully, guys, I want to work as many days as possible, as long as possible, okay? Because, like, here's my advantage. This is like my second season in my life doing manual labor, okay? And, like, I think that shit takes a toll on your body, right? I think that shit takes a toll on your body, right? You know, sitting around on a fucking, you know, on a computer, on a telemarketing job, or, you know, talking to calls, sitting around all day, it doesn't put the same strain on your body. So I think there's a lot of these guys that are like younger than me, but they're like more worn out than me. Like, I don't know, like, yes, I'm older than them, okay? I'm just trying to rationalize me being an old man, okay? And not being able to work. But I think I can work hard. I think I still have it in me to, like, push myself. You know what I mean? And riding my bike out that one day where I actually had to push myself recently, 4 hours of biking, and you know, like, that pushed me. And there was no quit. It just, like, automatically trained my mind for, like, no quit. And last year I did these jobs with a fucking kidney stone. I don't have a fucking kidney stone, and I'm fucking ready to go. Yeah. Yeah, we got the day off. I had 2 days off last week. Okay? I had 2 days off. And, like, not everybody wants to work weekends. That's the thing. And it doesn't force you to work weekends. They don't force you to work weekends. Like, they might, you know, if they really, really need you, you know, they'll let that be known, you know, and so there's, you know, pressure with that. But so we got rained out, like, the afternoon to, like, the last few hours of sunlight. We got rained out the first day that we worked last week, which was Wednesday. We traveled on Tuesday. We checked in the hotel. We, like, filled up our tank, ready for the next day. We started early on Wednesday, but in the, like, before supper time, mid-afternoon, it started fucking raining, so we couldn't finish the day. It was raining heavily. And then Thursday, it continued to rain all day. There was no sunshine at all. Because, like, if there's no sunshine, if it just rained and there's no sunshine, it takes longer for the plants to dry. You don't want to be applying herbicide when the plants are fucking wet. Okay, so there's a drying period there too. You know what I mean? So if it's going to rain and then stop and then rain again, like, you know, there's different factors. But rain definitely sucks. And so Thursday, no spraying. Friday, no spraying. But then Saturday, and this is what I was saying about the weekends. Some people left for the weekend. We went up there and we went up in teams. Like, it's not just me. Like, I've already worked with more people than I met at the other company, like, on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Last year's company. Rocky Hoarder Picture Show. What up? So yeah, answer your question. We got the day, but me and my teammate, we decided to stay for the weekend, even though it was not looking sunny, but it was the rain was letting down, and we did, like, I have to check again, but it was like 14. Let's just say 13 and a half or 14 hours on Saturday, and like 14 and a half hours on Sunday, because we finished the job up, and we came back. We drove back. So that was a full day of work plus the drive. So 14 hours, something like that. So we had longer days. I'm just saying, the point I'm making here is that we had longer days after, because of the rain, basically. And we had to stay the weekend. We didn't have to stay the weekend, but we did stay the weekend. We wanted to get her done. Now the other option, like, so like when you're in these situations, right? You're like, oh, do we drive home or do we stay another night in the hotel? Like, what's the better expense for the company? And staying the night is cheaper than having to drive back and then drive back again and then drive back again. You know, drive home because it's raining, and then have to drive back to the job, and maybe stay another night in a hotel, and then drive back, or send two teams up, or what, you know what I mean? Like, they got all these decisions to make and shit. It's not. I don't know why I think about stuff like that. It has nothing to do with me. I just gotta go with it. I just gotta go where they tell me. Be available to go where they tell me. Be flexible on anything they tell me to do. You know, not be like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't walk around the sun all day. Oh. No, none of that. What? They got all kinds of different spraying jobs, okay, guys? Last year, I was, like, really restricted to, like, shit on the railroad. That's pretty much all I did. There was, like, one big client where we sprayed a whole bunch of their properties by hand. That was, like, the last 2 or 3 weeks of the spray season. But other than, like, they weren't, like, a rail company. So, but other than that, we were spraying rails. So far, I've already done, like, residential, commercial, yeah. I guess that's all there really is. There's other types too, but I've done like urban, like, you know what I mean, like in the city. I've done like suburban, and I've done rural so far this season. So it's all different little things. It's learning period, but still. But I know it's going to be a lot of work. I know it. I feel it. The more jobs that are done sitting in a truck, the more enjoyable it's going to be. But, like, I can do it. Anyway, yeah. So I'm on the track, guys, to summer of employment. I'm stoned. Just saying. That was the last of my green crack. I was probably about, I don't know, 0.6 of a gram. I'm gonna say that was pretty fine. Maybe half a gram. I'm pretty stoned right now. Like, we'll see how long it lasts. So yeah, guys, this is the lifestyle I've chosen. This is the lifestyle I've chosen. It's not a bad industry though. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people who are like opposed to like killing plants and shit like that, killing weeds, whatever. If you include weeds with plants, which they are, you know. Some people disapprove. Some people disapprove of like the chemicals itself and like the potential damage that they could cause to like whatever. I don't know. It's pretty fucking regulated, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's the hours. I'm never gonna turn a job down. Like turn like a specific like, because honestly, sometimes he's like I haven't experienced much interaction with the boss too much, but he seems cool. Seems cool. He's like, you know, I just don't know my exact schedule. I don't know my exact schedule. Like I know for sure I'm working on Thursday. I booked just today and tomorrow off, so I'm working Thursday. But I don't know yet exactly what I'm doing. And I've noticed that like the scheduling and the demands, they can change on the fly, which isn't a bad thing either. You just gotta be prepared for everything. Like I brought my fucking coveralls with me on this last trip. I didn't need them, like my fireproof coveralls and shit. I didn't bring them. I mean, I brought them, but Mega Roll, what up? Yeah, just talk about work. I got today off and tomorrow to take my daughter to a concert. But yeah, I did 2 weeks now with the company, plus 1 day, and it rained last week, a bunch. So like, there's a couple of days I couldn't work, but it's all caught up. It's good. We're good. But yeah, I just think it's gonna be. Yeah, it's all right. It's like it's like thankfully I have experience doing it. That's all. Thankfully. I want to work hard though this summer. Like I want to get in better shape, right? Like people go to the gym to exercise or whatever. No, I'd rather get like paid to do my physical work, I don't know. Like my arms too, like they're not that big there, right? But like I didn't do much this winter. But I felt last year, but by the time I was ended the work season, I felt I was stronger than the start when I was living in a tent, right? I was living in a tent, eating spam in my buddy's backyard, and fucking then I got upgraded to like hotel life and $50 a day for food per diem, non-tax free. That was the deal with that company. So I was able to eat better, and I was doing a little bit of physical activity too. So near the end, it was more though. Doing big fields, especially if it's uneven grass, if it's uneven terrain. That's kind of hard. It can be. Long distances with the hose. Heiko's here. What up? Yeah, just chilling. A little morning stream here. Work's going good. I'm happy there. You know what I mean? And I'm ready to work. I've tasted it. I've tasted this company now for 2 weeks. See how they do things. I'm ready. It just like I said. The only thing is that your schedule can change, and I'm okay with that. I got like, I'm okay with that. That's the thing. You gotta be prepared. So that means like to be smart. Like some jobs were sent out that day and we come back that day. Other jobs we get sent out far distances and we stay in a hotel. Just be ready for anything. It's alright. think there's a lot of different ways to spray, though. You know, a lot of different things that need spraying. And last year, I was almost pretty much entirely on the rail, which is like the same thing, basically. You're either doing the fucking the rail, the main rail, so you have a bottom sprayer for that, or you're doing the ballast, which is the rocks around the rail, and you have like a couple side sprayers for that, or you're doing larger swaths that are higher up, and you would use more boom sprayers for that. Like maybe you're going around a curve on the rail and there's like weeds growing out really high, so like you can't see properly across the fucking shit, so they got the right of line of sight or something spraying them. Anyway, schedules are basically meaningless. Yeah, it is true. It's true. And you know what I mean, I'm confident now. I'm confident now that you know, he's gonna book me, because that's the thing. I'm the new guy, right? I'm the new guy. So if there's schedule changes, like you would think you would go to your most experienced available person first to like get that particular job done, right? But I think, you know, I don't know. It's not his fucking first rodeo hiring a new person. You know what I mean? He's gonna put me through the right direction. I'll just go with it. But I have a feeling there's gonna be some long weeks. Like, I had maybe like 3 weeks last year that were over 80 hours. I had like, you know, a couple in the 70s. Most of my weeks were in the 50 hours a week, I would say. When we were out in the campsite, though, like when we were out in the bush, those were long days. But it really wasn't, there wasn't a lot of work on those days. There was a lot of waiting. Just saying. With the amount of, like, last year, the amount of, like, some days are just long. We have to travel far out on the rail to some place, you know what I mean? And like, maybe you don't spray the whole thing. You just gotta like, well, you're usually doing at least one run of like spraying the main rail. But anyway, whatever. I don't need to bore you with the fucking shit about spraying weeds. I'm not even really saying much. But it's true. It's all right. It works. And like, there's people that have been working at this company for years, you know. And there is the opportunity. So I've heard. Old school Dave, yo. There is the opportunity. So I've heard, to like work year long within this company as well. There's other stuff to do. So, you know, I'll probably stay seasonal this year, but next year, maybe I'll fucking. We'll see how it goes there, but. It's a good sign. It's a good sign when you see people there for long periods of time, you know. Well, yeah, like basically so far all day, like it seems like it's going to be like in 2-person teams mostly, but then you might have multiple teams. That's all. Like that was the case. This last week. There was a few teams set up, and. Yeah, but you're basically working all day with just you and your teammate, so that's okay. I don't mind that. Dealing with less people. But you might not like have the same teammate for every job, you know. So it's like. So you're constantly getting to know somebody new and like whatever. That's cool. Everybody knows I'm the new guy, so they get to show me their way of doing things. You know what I mean? Which is kind of cool. All right, guys. So yeah, I just want to come on and have a bowl of oatmeal with you. Do my breakfast nourishment routine there, pretty much. Bowl of oatmeal, protein shake, maybe some fruit or something. I don't think I have any, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to a concert today with my daughter and a friend, and then tomorrow it's back to the grind of work. Like I said, I just did 3 14-hour days in a row, or 13-hour days in a row, or whatever. So like, if that's the way it's gonna be, 13 hours a day, that's all right. It's like 60 hours a week. That's okay. Maggie doll, thank you. Yeah, it's on my gig. I'm going to today. I'm taking my daughter to Montreal. My daughter and her friend. This is the first time I've done like daddy duties with like one of her friends there. Okay, and we're going to a concert tonight in Montreal. So I got everything booked, everything paid for except for like I think I got enough cash on it. That should be all right. But it's I want to buy her some merch, like a T-shirt, and then just pay for meals. So I think I got enough left. Should be all right. Any word on the Toronto gig? My band is like, okay, we don't have a drummer right now. Okay, he didn't even show up to the last show. So I think we might be in talks with another drummer. I don't know. There was one of the other drummers at the last show who might be willing to fill in. But yeah, I don't see much going on with JD Howard for the foreseeable future until we get a drummer, and then they gotta learn the stuff and all that, whatever. Dad duties, yeah, it'll be fun. We're taking the train, checking into the Airbnb, and then I want to be out of there as quick as possible, personally. Okay, this gives it if everything's on schedule, there's no reason to think it wouldn't be. It's a beautiful day outside. The train's not gonna get delayed. Fucking, it's probably gonna be early if you ask me. And with my experience working on the rail and everything. But okay, so I hope they fucking cleared the weeds off the rails. But anyway, so we're gonna go there, and then the show starts at 7. So as long as we're there for like 1:45 or whatever, it's not gonna be hard to get in and get to our seats. So we got like an hour and a half to get there, and it only takes 45 minutes to get there from the Airbnb. So if they gotta do their makeup or something, whatever, that's fine. I don't know. I was kind of hoping on getting like something to eat before the show, but maybe I'll just wait till after the show and get some like food at the venue, which is probably gonna be like hot dogs or something. I don't know. Oh no. But yeah, it should be all right. Should be fun. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you for tuning in. Just want to check in, let you know everything's good. What band am I going to see? Pierce the Veil. I'm not too familiar with them, although I did, when I realized what show it was, I did listen to some of their albums. They're all right. It's like singing, some screaming. They're heavy. It's a metal show. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. MC Frosty out.